Alright. Awesome. Hey everybody. Jamielovesgames. Pronouns are they, them. And happy Halloween. I know Halloween isn't officially until Tuesday, but I like to celebrate the whole season. Super glad to kick things off with y'all. I'm doing 2 runs, 100% completions of both Metroid 1 and Metroid 2. So should be undead streamer. Alright, so I got my balloon buddies back here. The goal was to be a balloon buddy. I think my inner juggalo came out a little bit, and I'm okay with that. So let's get this without further ado. Here is Metroid 1, 100% completion. So yeah, taking you all the way back to 1986 to Samus's first mission. And of course, since Metroid can't crawl, we gotta get the Morph Ball. So the category that we'll be playing is, we call it 100% Classic. And that means there won't be any types of major glitches. So, which basically means we'll be staying out of the walls, so like no door wraps and no block clipping or anything like that. So it's a pretty cozy run. There are a couple of scary moments. Hopefully they won't be too bad. But hey, we'll play through it. Oh, I didn't start the timer. Thank you. Go. Oh, and we just got knocked all over the place by Elisa. That's okay. Thank you for that. It's already a scary run. No, that's okay. Sometimes it's good to get the jank out of the way early. Usually we kind of just sail right up this blue climb, but it's all good. Light speed, no time. Alright, timer's good now. What's pretty cool about Nestroid Hundo is that you're generally not at risk of dying. Except for the 100% category and the start of all of the Hundos. So you'll see we're riding with 29 health right now. So we're definitely super vulnerable. Hopefully we do not die. We will be picking up an E-tank here pretty quickly. Give me some health. No health. Health? Oh boy. But the good thing is we've already picked up our missile pack. So if we do die, at least we saved ourselves that trip. Hey, a missile! That doesn't do us any good. Yeah, sorry about the very annoying beeping in Nestroid. Thankfully, like I said, in this run, you won't hear it too much, except for right now. Yeah, normally that waiver isn't there. Kind of a troll. Just gonna take our time. There we go. Lots of pet names for enemies in this game. I've heard some runners refer to the green guys that are moving horizontally. They're called waivers, typically. We're good. Cool. No more beeping. But yeah, so those folks are called waivers. Some people refer to them as pickles, which is pretty funny. But I've always thought of them as Christmas trees. So Christmas trees, waivers, pickles. Alright, so we've got ourselves an E-tank. The beeping is gone, and we're gonna go pick up the bombs. Now after we get the bombs, we need another 5 missiles so that we can go get the ice beam. And that is where it can be pretty challenging in a speed run, because you want those missiles to drop pretty quickly. So when I was a former speedrunner of this game, but I was grinding for PBs, if you didn't get fat... Ooh, there, see, that's nice. There's another nice missile drop. Sweet. But if you wouldn't get those fast missile drops, you would need to reset. And we often would spend a lot of time resetting for those missiles. It could sometimes take like a good hour to get a run started. Sweet, we got all our missiles. We're done here. Let's go. Let's go get that ice beam. I like doing that little descent and then morph ball bounce off of that Lisa. So going back to the pet names, those little spiky guys who are crawling around the surface are called Zoomers, but the yellow ones we call Lisas. Because, well, after Lisa Simpson. Alright, there's a blue pickle or blue Christmas tree. See some Metroid friends in chat. Thanks y'all so much for coming out. Try to do you proud. Alright, so I call those guys the troll flies and other 100% categories. You come to this room with very low health, but thankfully we're good. And ice beam. Alright, here's our first little bomb jump. There we go. So if you try to jump out of that pit, you come up like, I think it's like a pixel short. So you either have to do a really tricky unmorph jump, or you can kind of jump and get stuck in the block as it reappears, or you can do a little bomb jump like we just did. Alright, now we're headed to the ice climb. This part is kind of scary. So, fingers crossed that we get through pretty easily. Alright, and we're through. That's about as well as that could have gone. Excellent. Alright, second each. So now we're in Brinstar's attic. So we'll be getting most of the things in Brinstar to get started. There's a little bit of cleanup at the end of the game. But we're going to get most of the goodies now. Lots of really cute morph ball tech in this run. That little bounce over that Lisa is one of my favorites. Alright, now we're coming up on a double bomb jump. This is also kind of scary. We'll do our best. Okay, got the first one first try. Alright, second try. Not bad. This went pretty well. Let's go. So there's actually probably 4 different ways to get up to various suit there. It's actually a sequence break. The intended route is that you come back after you get high jump boots. But of course, you know, as gamers go and speedrunners go, we're always looking to do things faster, more efficiently. So you can do that bomb boost, which we just did, which is actually the fastest way to get up there if you get it first try. So that first set of bombs and the second set of bombs, you do first try, that's the fastest way. There's also 3 different door wraps that you can do. And when I was grinding for PBs and playing the glitch category, I always went for the door wraps just because they are more consistent. Alright. So yeah, like I said, Brimstar is pretty much done now. The scary things went pretty well. We got fast missiles, we got a nice ice climb, and we did pretty good on the bomb jumps. Let's go. Other than forgetting to start the timer, this is a nice start. Alright. Kind of a fun little descent. And we are on our way to Norfair. And we will be down there for a while. A lot of things to collect down in Norfair, and of course we gotta go see Ridley. Oops, missed that guy. That's okay, we're fine. Yeah, I love that they sequenced the Metroid games to come after Aliens too, because, as y'all might know, so much of Metroid takes its cues from the Alien franchise. The fact that it features a female protagonist. Of course, Ridley comes after Ripley. Sorry, no, it's just straight Ridley. Ridley Scott for the director, my fault. All right. Mr. Ridley's Neighborhood. And not quite the same character. Not only do we have a lot of pet names for characters in this game, it also features a lot of snack food. So those little volcanoes, we call them the popcorn shooters. A lot of fun little deboosts through this room. Alright, I'm just going to give you all like a kind of a quick demonstration. So in the glitch categories, when we come out of this door, we do what's called a door wrap. And basically, you shoot the door, you get stuck. I don't want to get stuck. Almost got stuck. Basically, you shoot the door, you get stuck in the door, and you do these kind of unmorphs. You go off screen, you do a series of pretty intricate out-of-bounds movements, and then you can get to Lower Norfair. Since we're doing this glitchless, shoot the block, Samus! There we go. We are going to go backtrack a little bit, and we'll get to Norfair by way of the high jump boots. So that's where we're headed. I like that popcorn emote, that's cute. One of my favorite things about Nestroid is the color palette. I just love the way that the colors look. And what's cool about this particular route is we will, like I mentioned, get to Lower Norfair by way of the high jump boots. And what that's going to do is it's going to load Norfair's green palette. So you actually get a different color tile set. When you do that door wrap sequence break that I kind of pointed out earlier, it keeps the purple palette. So let's go see Green Norfair. Alright, this is the high jump room. Okay. Ah, didn't get it. So there's a really cool trick that you can do right there. We'll get another shot at it later, where you come out of the wall in Morph Ball, and you kind of bounce off of that Ripper, going back and forth, and you can kind of do like a damage boost to get over that tall tower. It's pretty tricky to find the frame. Alright, so welcome to Green Norfair. Also Christmas Land. Alright, so like I said, no block clips, so we gotta do a little bomb boost right there. And now we're gonna go get Screw Attack. It's pretty funny, I was talking with somebody on Blue Sky, the new kind of Twitter, and they had a post, and the post said, the way that you can tell if a Metroid game is good, there's a lot of Metroid games at this point, is if Screw Attack kills an enemy in like one hit. And so I responded, and I was like, oh, well, be nice to Nestroid. And they were like, well, what do you mean? You can kill enemies with one hit in Nestroid. And I kind of, it was very tongue-in-cheek. I was like, yeah, sometimes. So when I was running this game, and I have my split names, I actually named the Screw Attack split Please Work. Because it really likes to not work sometimes. Alright, into the depths of Norfair. Lots of one-tile jumps down here. A lot of lava jumps. You can do kind of a cool little unmorph off of those pillars. But again, you have to... The setup is very important. You either have to go into Morph Ball at the very left of the pillar or the very right, or you won't make it. Yeah, I tried Mastodon, but it was like way too confusing for me. At one point, I got locked out of my account, and I couldn't recover it, and none of the password recoveries were working, and... Alright, bomb jumps have been nice and crispy. Feeling good about that, let's go. I gotta do that right. Alright. So as if Screw Attack wasn't jank enough, now we have to go get the Wave Beam. My friend Scotty once referred to the Wave Beam as a crime against humanity. I don't know if it's that bad, but... Like Screw Attack, Wave Beam can sometimes not work during really inopportune times. Ooh, nice. So that kind of pillar that I just shot out right there, that's one of the times it likes to not work. So we're good. Come on, blocks. There we go. So one of the things that is just like so cool about this game and was extremely innovative is that there are so many ways to play it. And each way is really unique. So like 100% playthrough is so different than any percent or all bosses. And I think why I'm attracted to 100% is that was a nice little boost. For me, it combines a lot of different kinds of games. I mean, it's, you know, it's a platformer, so it's one part Mario. You're running around collecting things, exploring like all these labyrinths, so it's, you know, like Zelda. But it's also like an RPG. I mean, you start out and you're pretty underpowered. You just have a blaster and that's it. And you get stronger and stronger as you run around and collect stuff, defeat enemies. But the other thing it reminds me of too, and it's a contemporary of this game, I think it's around the same time period, is Excitebike. You know, you have this obstacle course that you're trying to get through quickly and smoothly. Alright, the gumdrop room. Like I said, a lot of snack food in Metroid. Oh boy. That was that Squeep was a troll. Oops. Any percenters versus 100 percenters? Yeah, so Metroid's glory days are definitely over. Of course, people still play the game and love the game. But I wasn't around for the glory days, but I guess there kind of was a culture war between the any percent players and the 100% players. I've seen some remnants of it, but, you know, I think all of it's fun. Hundo's my favorite. I like watching all of it. I have friends who play all the categories. Alright, this is the last thing we gotta get in Norfair for now. That's the Lonely E-Tank. I used to look at that thing on a map, like when I was a kid, and just be like, how the heck do you get to that E-Tank? It's like so out of the way. Now what's pretty cool is in the route that I play for 100%, you actually do a door wrap down here, and you fall through the floor and kind of onto Ridley's elevator. In 100% Deathless, we actually kind of do a wrap up to the high jump boots. But again, since this is Hundo Classic, we're gonna take the long way. Alright, back across the gumdrops. Kind of swag little D-boost we can do here. Let's see if we can get that. Cool. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Thank you, screw attack for working. Alright. Another nice bomb boost. There's also a lot of lag management in Nestroid. Really all the categories. I wouldn't say it's more or less important than one category or the other, but it can definitely be a huge time loss in Hundo. So anytime there's at least 4 enemies on the screen, You're going to have lag. I think you can even get lag with 3 enemies. So that's one thing that you start to do as you get better at speedrunning it, is kind of mapping out, where to clear out enemies. Missile RNG can be a factor because missiles are nice, fast ways for clearing out enemies. To our friends, the seahorses. Alright, y'all. That's it for Norfair 1. So we will be back a little bit later to do some cleanup, but now we're gonna go see Ridley. Whoa boy, that was a lot of lag. Hey, that is the spot where Screw Attack likes to not work. That kind of like little stun. I call this the swag door, so we gotta say it. Swag door! And it's swag door because you shoot it above and it spawns over there behind the statues. I mean, it doesn't like mean anything, it's just, again, for swag. Alright, y'all, let's go see Ridley. Alright, so I was just checking something. Cool, let's go. So Ridley's lair is pretty standard between the categories. Well, at least definitely between 100% Deathless Old Route and 100% Classic. It's kind of a big loop. We'll collect a few things. We'll see Ridley midway through. Now this is what I was talking about with kind of the RPG elements. We're getting good missile drops. Oh wow, this is awesome. So the wave beam is really helpful in Ridley's lair because those bugs like to drop missiles, and the more missiles you can get on your way to Ridley, the faster that fight is gonna be. So if I was doing PB attempts right now and I had 13 missiles at this point, I would be super stoked. God darn it. Those blocks like to do that. Thank you. There's also cool things like the enemies are linked together. So ideally, you kill all the enemies, but you get one of those multi-violas to follow you. And as it does that, it's despawning those hoppers. Because if you get too many hoppers in that hallway, good lord, the lag. But that was good. The famous false floor. Some people jump over it. Those people are maniacs. I was always afraid that I would like zone out and fall down the pit. So I usually do a little unmorph jump. We're gonna do that unmorph jump again up here. Oops. So basically, once you're in Morph Ball, and you're in the air, you can unmorph with either up or A, and as long as you don't move, hit left or right on the D-pad, you can do a second jump. And again, that's handy in all categories. It's a pretty major technique. Again, 9 missiles for Ridley. Like I said, if we were doing PB attempts right now, I would be so excited. Alright, y'all. Say hi to Ridley. Shout out to Dragon Darch. Pretty much a pushover. So I mean, there's just lots of cool Morph Ball tech. Like if you go into Morph Ball at a very specific pixel, coming off that ledge there, you can bounce right over those swoopers. Definitely one of the laggiest spots in the run. That was good though. Sometimes you'll notice runners turn around and shoot a door. And that's, I mean, the door counts as a hittable object and will actually lag the game. So that can be another way to manage the slowdown. So believe it or not, we're actually starting to think about missile count from Mother Brain. So if we get any missile drops here, we're going to turn around for them. Farming for missiles is one of the infamous things with Metroid, and 100% you really shouldn't be farming for missiles at the end of the game. Of course, this is an exhibition, so I want as many missiles as we can get. Oh, get that little D-boost there. These flies aren't being as generous. Give me that. They're not nearly as generous. Give me that too. As the other fly hallway we went through. I'd like a few more drops, please. No? Yeah, thank you. There we go. The other cool thing you can do is, if the fly hits you just right, it'll boost you over those pots. Alright, that is it for Ridley's Lair. Gotta just do this little climb that I used to call the abs climb. Always be spinning. Ah, that super's not supposed to be there. Oh, I should have turned around for those missiles. Double missile drop, so luxurious. Alright, y'all, back to Norfair. Alright, this is Norfair Reprise. Shout out to Scotty. Oops, I picked down the elevator! That's one of those little things you would do, like if you were doing a speed run, you'd be like, oh my god, it goes like 15 seconds. But hey, you know, we wanted to go on another elevator ride. We're being youthful here, having fun. Alright. There we go. Anyways, yeah, shout out to Scotty. Norfair Reprise. Speaking of past and present Metroid runners, the first time I ever did any kind of event with this game was the 2022 Metroid Relay. And that's a really cool event. So it's as many 2D Metroid games as they can get runners for. And I think we had them all covered that year. And so we started off with Metroid, and I got to race against my friend Bread for Brunch, who's a former world record holder in all the 100% categories. And it took me a long time to beat their times. So yeah, I got to race Bread. Bread kicked my butt which was still an honor. It's always an honor to get your butt kicked by somebody you look up to. Alright, we get one more shot at that Ripper boost. Let's give it a go. Ah, no. Darn. Sorry, y'all. I tried. I think the other thing that makes me think of Excite Bike, so those kind of tall towers that we just boosted over, those just remind me of Excite Bike for some reason. I think because there was like that one obstacle that was like kind of like a ramp and then kind of like a really long, like 2-lane kind of piece. It reminds me of that, but obviously vertical. So it's happened to us a couple of times now. It was pretty smooth through there. And so I have a confession. So this is actually when we got our NES, I don't know, 88, 89, something like that. My folks, of course, we got like the set that had the Mario and Duck Hunt with it. But they also got us Metroid. And I did not like this game. I liked the idea of it. I liked the music, the atmosphere. But good lord, I hated the way it played. I just thought it was like so jank and all the lag and just impossible. And one of the things that used to make me nuts is sometimes on those tall jumps you would come up a pixel short. And that's a subpixel issue, and it's the way the game is programmed. And one of the ways that you can remedy that is you can go into 2 quick unmorphs, and that will reset the pixel value. But always super annoying as a kid, and really annoying in a speedrun. It's like, oh, well, there goes 2 or 3 seconds because I had the wrong pixel value for that jump. Okay. So right now is honestly, you know, we're I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or so away from Mother Brain, a little bit longer. Maybe next I started the timer late. But now is when I would start thinking about missile count for Mother Brain. And having 90 or so is, we're in a good place. Alright, this is Ice Beam number 2, or Ice Harder. Shout out to my friend Dr. Ox, who's in chat. Hey, Dr. Ox. Alright, now we are done with Norfair. So let's get the heck out of here. And let's go see Kraid. Oops. I'm one of the people who really enjoys the Norfair music. I know some people don't like it. For one of my YouTube edits for a Metroid PB, I actually did an arrangement of the Norfair music in Mario Paint. I really love Mario Paint. Alright, those are the Jar Jar Binks statues. I love all the refrains in this game. So coming back to the Brinstar music, it always felt like so triumphant, especially if you're on any kind of pace. It's like, all right, like we're ahead. The PB's in sight. Let's do this. Of course, Samus is way more powered up. We've gotten a bunch of E-tanks. We defeated Ridley. We got Screw Attack. We got High Jump. And I also always thought it was very cool how the end of the game is right next to the start. Oops, don't go into Morph Ball yet. Come on. There we go. Not a bad ice taco. Alright, y'all. Headphones up. Turning mine up now. There are the crate emotes in chat. They're designed by my friend Sadita17. Shout out to Sadita. Super talented artist. Now, what's really fun about Nintendo Classic is that since we don't do the door wraps down to Kraid, we're gonna go see Little Kraid. Some folks refer to him as Fake Kraid. I want to be nice. I feel like, you know, all these years, people calling him Fake Kraid probably is, you know, hurt his self-image, so I'm going to call him Little Kraid. So everybody say, hi, Little Kraid. Fortunately, we're going to take you out with one screw attack. Alright, I am going to stop here for a second. I want to take a minute to appreciate this tile set. You know, this is an early NES game. A lot of technical limitations. My understanding is when they were designing this game, they had some pretty ambitious ideas for Samus's movement, but because of the technical limitations, they had to scale it back. And I'm wondering why maybe that sometimes she feels a little jank because they had to, you know, shoehorn what they could into what they wanted to do. But one of the reasons why I think this is a horror game is the environment. This idea of going to this alien planet and fighting the space pirates. But I just love this tile set. I love how claustrophobic it is. When I was a kid and I would get to the spot, I was just like terrified. I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. I have to turn this off. But we're gonna keep playing. So let's go see Big Kraid. Right, 135. 135 is good at the Kraid kill. I mean, if I was doing PB attempts, I'd be like, whoa, let's go. The secret E-tank. Alright, let's go see the infamous Kraid climb. Can we get through it cleanly? Hey, that's a good climb. One of the things that drew me to this game was all the different hand positions that you do. And so when I was kind of figuring that climb out and trying to get better at it, I figured out that piano grip. Really made that a lot easier. Shout out to my friend TMK. That little ledge jump there, she was like, you know, if you pay attention to the way the door closes, if you jump as it's half closed, you should make it every time. And she's right. It's a great strat. Well, thank you, TMK. Alright, we're gonna try a fun little bomb boost here. Oh, first try. Let's go. That's the Aurora bomb boost. Shout out to Aurora. A fantastic Metroid hundo runner, responsible for finding a ton of tech in 100%. If you're ever interested in Metroid 100%, he has an awesome tutorial on his YouTube, so check that out. That's where I learned about that bomb boost from. Yeah, thank you, Aurora. Alright, that was a smooth Kraid's Lair. I feel good about it. Alright, Kraid's Lair, thank you for all your goodies. We are out of here. See if we get the sound glitch. The game sometimes glitches out right there and the music stops. It's very, very spoopy. Alright, we've got one more item to collect, and that's the Strunk Beam. I mean the Long Beam. For casual playthroughs, it's usually the first item you get, because it's right at the beginning of the game. But there's just really no way to route it in to a speedrun to make it efficient. And so we pick it up at the end. Big jump. Alright, didn't get so. Ooh, I want that. Yeah, in a speedrun, that's when you just be like, oh, I want that missile, and you keep it moving. But this is a cozy exhibition. We get to turn around for missile drops. Oh yeah, we turn around for all the missile drops. Alright, I think we should have 97 for Mother Brain. Should be plenty. But hey, if we get another drop, I'm turning around for it. Don't shame me. Okay. Alright, y'all. I hope you enjoyed our tour of Planet Zebes. We've got one more stop, and that's Torian. Now, we defeated both Kraid and Ridley, so we get the luxury of shooting their totems and going across the bridge. Of course, my any% friends are like, oh my gosh! Because they do a really hard trick called bridge skip, which is very, very cool. Oh, see more friends in chat. Hey, Elzeric, thank you for the let's go. Yeah, bridge skip is... you literally skip across it and morph ball. Alright. There are our friends, the Metroids. I got one behind me right there. Hanging out with the balloon buddies. Alright, we're just gonna roll through the Rinka room. The most terrifying room in the game for the Iceless category. Since it's one-hit kills. And we'd be dead, but hey, we've got so much health. Alright, see if we can get the quick room here. The Scotty Strat. That was good. Alright, my friends, let's party. Whoops. These errant bomb drops are a pain in this category. Get out of there. That was a good tank. Let's go. Alright. So that's probably more like a 52 or a 53 because we started the timer late, but that's a nice time for a casual journey through 100% NES Metroid. And that completes Samus's first mission. I hope you all enjoyed it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break, freshen up, and then we're going to come back. So, something tells me that Samus will be back in 1994 for a supersized mission. But before that, she has a journey to SR388, the home of the Metroids. And that's the next mission that we're going to do. So I'm going to take a quick break, and I will see y'all shortly.